So, namaste everyone. Good evening. I think all are from Nepal. So, actually, this is the continuation of our KUSOED webinar series, that has been conducting by the Department of STEM Education, Kathmandu University. So, actually, the sole purposes of this particular webinar series is supporting our educators, teachers, teacher professionals in their professional growth and professional journey. And similarly, another purpose is that, communicating our vision and mission of Kathmandu University. You might have, known the kind of image of Kathmandu University. And that has to be communicated with the, the society, the people in the community. So for the, transformation of their practices for the public good. And sharing knowledge and thoughts that might be, useful for you to actually continue your professional journey. So with this, vision and missions, we are conducting this series. So I would like to welcome you to this webinar series. So as Indra Manishar said, so we have two speakers today. So first is Benaka Depkota ma'am, and the second one is DR Simkhatasa. So I first begin with Menaka Depkota ma'am. She is our MA scholar doing Masters in Mathematics Education, and she has been working in one of the public schools in Kathmandu. So her topic is, the connecting diversities and, equity and inclusion in mathematics teaching and learning. How can these be connected and communicated among the students? So she will be talking on this topic. So I invite Menaka Depkota ma'am.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
Since
it is visible, sir?
Yeah, Menakami, since we all participants are from Nepal, so you can use both languages if you are comfortable.
Okay, thank you so much, sir. Okay, good afternoon, all respected personalities and dear friends. It's me, Menaka Depkota. Thank you very much for this wonderful opportunity to speak here in front of you. In this presentation, I'll talk about the DEI in mathematics teaching from gender perspectives. So let's start with the outlook of my presentations. So in my presentations, I include the different topics for discussions. I introduce the term diversity, equity, inclusions, and furthermore, I'll try to discuss about DI in mathematics educations and their importance in mathematics teaching. Let's first we discuss about diversity. Diversity is everything which makes the people different from each other. So it recognizes each individual differently. So ethnicity, gender, sexual orientation, socio-economic status, ability, age, different religious beliefs or political conviction can directly or indirectly uh, creates the diversities. So from the perspectives of diversity, each individual are unique. Uh, it is individual are unique, so let's diversity we talk about diversity is important in our mathematics class. Then let's talk about factors of diversity, factor affecting the diversity in mathematics class. In our mathematics class, students are from different background, have different personalities with different personalities. Socio-economic status of students creates the diversity in mathematics class. Also, furthermore, thinking styles of students also creates the diversity. Some students are logical, more logical, and some are intuitive. So they creates the diversity in mathematics class. And some students are gifted and some are aptical, which also creates the diversity in mathematics class. These all diversities have diversities of the students have different capabilities in mathematics. So our mathematics class, or we mathematics teachers recognize all these capabilities and includes these all characters of varying traits, social and economics identities, and help them coexist under the same roof of this school environment. Then sometimes generally, or sometimes we misunderstand our students and scold them without any reason. We scold our learners. They leaves unfavorable, this impact they leaves that unfavorable impact on the students. This so if we believe our students, then they will also believe us. So we convince our students so to value struggles and failure in our life, which is for addressing diversity, which is importance for addressing diversities in mathematics class. Every people in the world, every people to give growth, praise, and help in life. Every people want this kinds of situation. So we to take advantage of diversity in mathematics class, we praise the small mathematical achievements of learners, encourage learners to provoke intuition and freedom of thoughts in mathematics class for including or for addressing diversity. uh, let's talk about another term, equity. That equity from gender perspectives, which is the process to ensure fairness of boys to give girls and boys. It measures girls and boys. So mathematics instructor treat the individual according to their needs. We oppose the historical and social obstacles that keep women and men are apart in our mathematics class. We give the equity all learners in mathematics class. Another is equity in mathematics class. How to develop? Why we need equity in mathematics class, or how to develop this equity environment in mathematics class. That for that, mathematics educators or mathematics teachers should strive to achieve equity in girls and boys learning outcomes equally. We need to recognize that our girls and boys are capable for learning mathematics, and that there should be equal opportunities for everyone to learn. One of the way that to increase these opportunities to implement the strategies that remove gender roles and stereotypes in our mathematics class. This includes using innovative. For that, we include innovative technology, providing existing extracurricular offering, and providing different forms of support and enrichment. It is so it is imperative that educators prioritize equity in mathematics education. This means if we create an environment where all students, regardless of genders feel valued and supported in their learning, by doing these activities, we can help to ensure that every student has an equal opportunities to succeed in mathematics and benefit in mathematics class. Then equity is distributed in mathematics class. All learners are capable for equitable environment. Then another term is inclusion. Why inclusion is importance in mathematics class? That inclusion terms, we define that in terms inclusion, inclusion which is defined as the main main principle of educations and society to follow, which demands of provision for optimal development and participation of all level of individuals, and removable all barriers for this pursuit, which KUSOED et al. 2019 said that inclusion is that. So the practices or policies of providing equal access to opportunities and resources for people who might otherwise be excluded or marginalized is to learners, such as those who have physical or mental disabilities or members of other minority groups. This comes from all groups. If we include these all mm, levels of all students in one class with optimal developments of learners, that is we remove the all barriers, that is inclusive classroom. So in mathematics class inclusive classrooms are important. That in our mathematics class, mathematics class, there are different diversities that some students are at the ground of remote trivial areas, and some are the working state children's learners, and some are migrant learners, some are chronic illness learners. All of them are in our mathematics class. So an ideal inclusive mathematics class should address all these aspects, and then it shall be a model for equity, which creates the equity classroom and inclusive classroom. Then how do we addressing inclusive in mathematics teaching? So for addressing inclusion in mathematics educations, the teaching learning process is effective when we integrate diverse information by using different materials, materials, and integrated different informations, creative concept in inclusive setting. Also, reflecting on prior knowledge, prior ideas, and gathering comments makes the mathematics lesson more inclusive. So, for making more inclusive mathematics class, we address the students' individuality. For DEI in mathematics teaching, for proper use of DEI in mathematics teaching, we separate that these two terms. We for addressing DEI in mathematics class, we know about difference between gender and sex. These two terms. The World Health Organization (WHO) 2014 defines sex as the biological and physiological features that defines men and women. On the other hand, gender refers to socially constructed roles, behaviors, activities, and attributes that given the society considers appropriate for men and women. For these two terms are used in our mathematics class for gender perspectives. Another perspectives of gender. We learn there are. I include here there are two types of perspectives of gender. That is, one is some society's point of view or sociological uh, perspectives on gender. That views state that the sociology of gender investigate how culture shapes our understanding and perception of the variations between masculinity and femininity. This perspective, this society point of view state that like that. Uh, uh, in our society, women are often left ostracized in the shadows of men when we comes to the contribution to the society. So, so these perspectives also uh, perceive the our gender differently. Another is another is psychological perspectives of genders, that is human behavior. This is PSG or psychological perceptions of gender indicate that we are often expected to behave the same way as an ancestor did. Men hence are often taken as more aggressive than women, as it was the men who initiated wars or other developmental tasks. So it is now clear than ever that child is not born. Every child is not born with the particular stereotypes during birth, and this stereotype generates from his or her uh, observance with surrounding. These kinds of to carry these kinds of stereotypes, our mathematics class are full of these all types of stereotypes. So for fulfilling the for addressing the this uh, genders in our classroom, we aware for these situations. Another is gender differentiation in mathematics achievement. When I some research has shown that there are no significance difference in math achievement in किन्डरगार्डनहरूमा क्लासहरूमा चाहिँ केही पनि खासै डिफरेन्स हुँदैन एचिभमेन्टमा भन्ने कुरा दिने धेरै रिसर्च पेपरहरूमा उल्लेख भएको छ भने however a small gap performance between males and females can be observed by the end of the first grade, which increased by the time of students and reach third and fourth grade gradually तो बढ्दै बढ्दै गएको देखिएको छ. This gender gap in mathematics achievement persist throughout the middle and high school and continue into higher educations and workforce. So we strive to provide the equitable opportunities for all students to learn and excel regardless of gender or any other factors. By doing so of this situation, and we can help to ensure that every students, every learners has the opportunity to reach their full potential. Another is engagement difference of students on their gender. In this slide, when we observe the learner's behavior, male student needed to use their study time wisely or to avoid behavior that could harm themselves and others, and to establish a good relationship with peers, educators, and their schools. Students in higher level had less involvement. Therefore, the school and educators needed to create the comfortable condition for students, boys as well as girls, in the school environment and in the class. In addition, student and higher level grade needed to be given more social support, especially by educators. Thus, good relationship would be established between students and educators. We said that Uji and Usman 2018 also said that the factors of different gender and grade of student had to consider it properly so that historical learning objectives of all students could be achieved easily. Another is to address the DEI in mathematics learning. For addressing DEI, let us discuss here about how to address diversity, equity, and inclusion in mathematics class. We are be positive. We are be positive towards diversity, equity, inclusion, which are our power. This is power of mathematics class. This is power of our mathematics learning in our mathematics learning. So teaching and learning activities are integrated with personal feeling and their prior experience. And by developing this positive attitude, encourage the learners to share their personal history and experience, and to give a chance to decision making opportunity themselves. That that creates the that creates the that to easy to address the DI in mathematics learning class. Also, why is it important in mathematics class? Learning DEI is important, crucial for achieving transformative change of learners, every aspect of learners. DEI also helpful for fostering autonomous learners with self-awareness of them, and it fosters peace in the mathematics classroom. And mathematics learners are the diverse combination of talents and experiences. It adds in differentiating the mathematical notion. They learn about different strategy, different process of solution for teaching and learning. Several ways are established in mathematics class. So DEI is important in our mathematics class. So my present so conclusion of my presentation, there's my presentation is focused on DEI in mathematics learning. Fostering diversity. When we fostering in diversity in mathematics teaching requires multifaceted approaches. Mathematics teachers must differentiate opportunities for students to make progress more collaboratively and promote a growth mindset and create structural classrooms and teach content in meaningful and memorable ways. By doing so, in conclusion, by doing so, educators can ensure that every student has an opportunity to excel in mathematics and beyond, regardless to their background and ability level. These are the literatures which help me more understand about these topics. These are the reference that although it is so impossible to cover the wide range of topic, but I will try it here. I have attempted to summarize a bit. Thank you very much to my valued professor for your amazing assistance, and as well as to my respected participants and my beloved friends. Thank you very much. Thank you so much, all of you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Thank you so much, Menaka ma'am, for your wonderful presentation on diversity, equity, and inclusion in mathematics and teaching and learning. So, यो चाहिँ अलिकति topic that everyone has to actually consider here in his or her classroom, teacher भएर, educator भएर. किन भन्दाखेरि every children, every child is युनिक भनेर भन्छ हाम्रो क्लासरुमको सेनारियोमा, हाम्रो होइन यसलाई हेर्ने हो भने चाहिँ एडुकेसनको पार्टमा हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ लाइक स्टुडेन्ट्स आर फ्रम तपाईँको होला फिजिकल डाइभर्सिटिज होला होइन, साइकोलोजिकल डाइभर्सिटिज होला, कग्निटिभ डाइभर्सिटिज छ, सँगसँगै तपाईँको जेन्डर पर्सपेक्टिभ्सहरू पनि आउँछ। लाइक त्यसलाई चाहिँ कसरी म्याथमेटिक्सको क्लासरुमको पार्टबाट हेर्दाखेरि अनि म्याथमेटिक्स टिचिङ एन्ड लर्निङको पार्टबाट हेर्दाखेरि चाहिँ कसरी हामीले त्यसलाई होइन इन्क्लुसिभ क्लासरुम बनाउन सक्छौँ, त्यस्तो खालको क्लासरुम जसमा चाहिँ हामीले इच एन्ड एभ्री चाइल्डलाई, स्टुडेन्टलाई चाहिँ हामीले के गर्न सक्छौँ त, एड्रेस गर्न सक्छौँ उनीहरूको निडलाई र उनीहरूको निड अनुसारको हामीले सपोर्ट दिन सक्छौँ भन्ने चाहिँ एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन्छ जस्तो लाग्छ होइन। सो म्यामले अहिले त्यही विषयमा रहेर डिफ्रेन्ट आइडियाजहरू सेयर गर्नुभयो। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच। सो here are a few questions and some of our friends, participants have raised their hand. So, okay, Mikmar Tamang. So you want to speak, sir? You raised your hand. Okay. Menaka, so there is one question like Paras Amal Thakuri, sir. So how do you address any implicit biases or stereotypes that may arise in the classroom?
Excuse me, sir. Say again, please.
How do you address any implicit biases or stereotypes that may arise in the classroom?
ओके, म नेपालीमा भन्छु ल सर।
प्लिज डु।
ओके, ल्याङ्ग्वेज नेपाली प्रयोग गर्छु। अब यो विभिन्न खालको सरले भन्न खोज्नु भएको क्वेसनको ठ्याक्क के मिनिङ के सोध्न खोज्नुभयो होला नेत्र सर?
So Para sir, if you want to speak,
please sir, clear me about this.
मेरो म्याम क्वेसन चाहिँ तपाईको जस्तो क्लासरुममा इम्प्लिसिट बायसेसहरु हुन्छ नि,
हजुर,
स्टेरियोटाइप्सहरु हुन्छ नि हैन, जस्तो स्टेरियोटाइप्स भने चाहिँ तपाईको नर्मली स्टुडेन्टहरुलाई चाहिँ कोही चाहिँ त जान्ने कोही नजान्ने भन्ने कुरा हुन्छ नि। हो त्यसलाई डिफ्रेन्ट एस्पेक्टमा क्या कोही फिजिकल हुनसक्छ कोही
हजुर
कग्निटिभ एस्पेक्टमा हुनसक्छ त्यस्तो कुरालाई चाहिँ क्लासरुममा कसरी एड्रेस गर्न सकिन्छ पर्टिकुलरली म्याथमेटिक्समा भन्ने हो उहाँको क्वेसन
ओके सर उसको अब हामीले अब फरक खालको चाहिँ उसको त्यो एबिलिटीलाई चाहिँ हामीले सबैभन्दा पहिला चाहिँ पहिचान गर्न सक्नु पर्यो र उसँग भएको क्षमतालाई बुझ्न सक्नु पर्यो के छ उसँग क्यापेबिलिटिज उसँग थाहा छ त्यो उसँग थाहा भएको कुरालाई नै हामीले अगाडि बढाउँदै गयो भने सबै खालको त्यो उसकोसँग भएको स्टेरियोटाइप्सहरू उसँग भएको ल्याकिङहरूलाई चाहिँ हामीले एड्रेस गर्दै जान सक्छौँ अब जनरली सबैलाई एकै खालको टिचिङ प्रोसेस अथवा टिचिङ मेथड अप्नाएर गयौँ भने उस पछाडि परै हुन्छ त्यसलाई अब उसँग थाहा भएको कुरा के छ थाहा भएको कुराबाट नै हामीले सुरु गरिदियौँ भने चाहिँ अनि त्यसलाई हामीले लर्निङ म्याथमेटिक्ससँग जोड्दै गयौँ भने चाहिँ त्यसबाट चाहिँ हामीले धेरै चाहिँ बेनिफिट लिन सक्छौँ जस्तो लाग्छ सर मलाई
ओके नेत्र सर म अलिकति थपिदिन्छु है त ल ठिक छ एकदम एक्सिलेन्ट मेनका म्याम अब जस्तो उहाँले इम्प्लिसिट र अनि स्टेरियोटाइप्स भनेको छ होइन युजुअली हाम्रो क्लासरुममा के हुन्छ भने तपाईँ हामीहरूले पढाइराखेको हुन्छौँ नोइङली अननोइङली हामीले वास्तवमा कुनै कुराहरू होइन नजरअन्दाज गर्छौँ क्या अब जान्नेतिर अलिक आफू जान खोज्ने होइन आफूलाई मनपर्ने विद्यार्थीलाई चाहिँ बढी हेल्प गर्ने त्यस्तो तरिकाले गइरहेको हुन्छ अनि स्टुडेन्टहरूको त्यो भित्र सम्म हामी पुग्न सकिरहेको हुँदैन यसको अर्थ के भन्दाखेरि हामीले स्टुडेन्टलाई चिन्न पर्यो क्या अब स्टुडेन्टलाई कसरी चिन्ने भन्दाखेरि यु हेभ टु गो रेगुलरली विथ द स्टुडेन्ट्स नियर बाई एन्ड डिस्कस विथ देम उनीहरूसँग चाहिँ नि डिस्कस गर्यो भने उनीहरूको वास्तवमा त्यो इम्प्लिसिट जुन त्यो कुराहरू हुन्छ ती भित्री कुराहरू आउँछन् होइन जस्तो मेनेको म्यामले पनि त्यही भन्नुभयो नि त भित्री कुराहरू आउँछन् अनि त्यसबाट चाहिँ नि तपाईँले वास्तवमा थाहा पाउन सक्नुहुन्छ कि कुन स्टुडेन्ट कति विक छ अथवा ऊ के कारणले विक छ भन्ने हुन्छ यसमा अब डाइभर्सिटी अब इन्क्लुसिभनेस भनेको मात्रै जेन्डर अथवा कास्ट एथनिसिटी भन्ने कुराहरू मात्रै पनि आउँदैन क्या जान्ने नजान्नेको धेरै चाहिँ नि वास्तवमा प्रब्लम्सहरू देखिएको छ म पनि एउटा टिचरै स्कुल टिचरै थिएँ पहिला के हुन्छ नि त्यो नजान्ने विद्यार्थीहरूले जहिले पनि के मार गर्छ भने अलिकति जान्ने विद्यार्थीहरूको ठुलो स्वर हुन्छ उनीहरूले धेरै बोल्छन् जसको कारणले गर्दा टिचर पनि उता एट्र्याक्सन भइरहेको हुन्छ त्यही भएर नोइङली अनोइङली उता गएको हुन्छ तर नजान्ने विद्यार्थीहरूलाई चाहिँ वास्तवमा हामीले चाहेर नचाहेर अब उनीहरूलाई हामीले इन्क्लुसिभ गर्न सकिरहेको हुँदैन होइन त्यही कारणले अनि त्यस्तो कुराहरूमा चाहिँ नै हामीले स्टुडेन्टसँग अब मलाई लागेको चाहिँ इन पर्सन कुरा गर्ने उनीहरूको चाहिँ नि अलिकति सोसियो कल्चरल ब्याकग्राउन्डहरू पनि बुझ्ने होइन अलिकति अफेक्टिभ डोमेनलाई चाहिँ हामीले एक्टिभ गर्नुपर्छ जस्तो मलाई पनि लाग्छ एनिवे नेत्र सर ओभर टु यु
Yeah, thank you so much, sir. So, once again, thank you so much, Menaka ma'am, for your wonderful presentation. यसपछि चाहिँ हामीसँग so we have another presenter and speaker, Mikmar Tamang sir. So you want to ask questions or? So you were raising your hand. I don't know. Yeah.
Hello, sir. Namaskar.
Sir, please, sir.
Sir. आजको मलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लागिरहेछ भने म चाहिँ विशेष गरेर गभर्नमेन्ट स्कुलमा पढाइरहेको छु है सर
हजुर
म्यामले एकदमै राम्रोसँग चाहिँ प्रेजेन्टेसन गर्नुभयो बाट यो कस्तो लाग्यो भने हरेक प्रेजेन्टेसनहरू हुन्छ नि सर हाम्रो लेक्चर सरहरूलाई चाहिँ टपिक वाइज चाहिँ इङ्ग्लिस मिडियममै भन्नु होला अनि कुनै त्यो टपिकमा डिसिप्लिन चाहिँ नेपालीबाट पनि उहाँले गरिदिनु भयो भने चाहिँ बेस्ट हुन्थ्यो जस्तो लागिरहेको छ सर
डेफिनेटली सर थ्याङ्क यू सो मच मिकपार तामाङ सर फर यर कन्सर्न डेफिनेटली हामी अबको सेसन्सहरूमा त्यसलाई हामी ट्राई गर्छौँ र गर्छौँ पनि सो थ्याङ्क यू सो मच ओके सो हामी अब नेक्स्ट प्रेजेन्टेसन र स्पिकरतिर जाँदैछु म सो वी हेभ दयाराम सिमखडा सर सो हि इज स्कलर अफ स्कुल अफ एडुकेसन काठमाडौँ युनिभर्सिटी and he is one of the famous textbook writers in Nepal actually, and he has been actually serving the nation, I would say, and mathematics sector in Nepal, particularly in school level mathematics. He has been serving with his, beautiful and very good textbooks and curricular resource materials. So we have Dr. Simkhada, and he will be talking on actually this new curriculum changes, put everyone, like every educational stakeholders in problems, होइन हामीले एकदम समस्यामा पर्छ नि जब करिकुलम चेन्ज भयो अनि त्यसपछि होइन के नयाँ कुरा आयो हामीले जानेका छैनौँ त्यसमा तपाईँको ट्रेनिङ्सहरू अथवा वर्कसपहरू हुने हो कि नहुने हो कसरी त्यसलाई चाहिँ हामी स्टुडेन्टसम्म त्यो नलेज स्किल्सहरूलाई कन्भे गर्ने हो कसरी एसेसमेन्ट गर्ने हो भन्ने कुरा चाहिँ इट्स सबैको के हो त प्रब्लम हो सो त्यो भएको कारणले उहाँले यसमा काम पनि गरिरहनु भएको कारणले he will be talking on new curriculum changes, new curriculum and assessment in grade 9 and 10, especially your secondary level ma. So I request and invite Dairam Simkhada to share his screen and give his talk. Daya sir, over to you.
Good evening, everyone. I would like to express my special thanks to the Kathmandu University and the respected teachers of the Kathmandu University. And also I would like to express my sincere thanks to all the guests, friends, and participants. The topic of my presentation is Curriculum and Assessment for Grade 9 and 10. It's me, Dr. Simkhada. I'm a scholar of Kathmandu University, as well as I'm a scholar of James Madison University, USA, where I have been, I am pursuing my PhD from, leading PhD from this university. And let me begin my presentations. The outlines of my presentations are the introduction to curriculum and the assessment, curriculum practice in Nepal, new curriculum of mathematics grade 9 and 10, and project-based teaching and the learning on mathematics, and assessment system on mathematics grade 9 and 10, and finally I will conclude my presentation. And let me begin with my first slide, that is the related with meaning of curriculum. In the beginning of my teaching career, I was supposed that the curriculum is just a textbook or the related to textbook, or the content is the curriculum, what we have to teach or what we have been teaching, the content is curriculum. But later on, when I started to teach and I started to write some books, I realized that the curriculum is the main theory and the textbook is a material. The material should be based on theory, like a constitution of a country. And in my understanding, the curriculum is the body of knowledge that to be transferred to the learner. It includes the way of the transformation, how we are transferring the knowledge, and the method of transformation of the knowledge, and the check and balance or the checking of the transformation. And at this time, after the I have been writing and the teachings in a secondary level schools since more than 2 decades. And from this experience, I realized that the curriculum is the overall plan of the course or the study for a particular educational program or institution. At this time, the government or the Curriculum Development Center, CDC, has revised the curriculum of grade 5, 8, and 10. Here, I am going to focus on curriculum of grade 9 and 10, and where the curriculum has been started to practice on credit hour basis, which is totally different from our past practice. And according to the school education in Nepal, the students of the age of the students determined by our curriculum, the age of the students of grade 9 and 10 is about 13 to 14 years. It may be 15 also. And with respect to learning capacity level, it is considered as level 4. And let me go to the next slide. Here, this slide is related to the credit hour of the mathematics and other subjects too. The credit hour of mathematics is 5. How it is calculated, I am going to explore you. The total hour, 32 hours, is calculated as a 1 credit hour. Means the total working 32 hour, if the total working 32 hour is 1 credit hour, then we can say that 160 total working hour is 5 credit hours, and the mathematics has the total credit hour 5 in this context. Before starting mathematics curriculum, I would like to explore my ideas or my collection, why mathematics is required, why to study mathematics, and why it is essential for us, and what is its purpose. I want to explore some of my collections. According to the author of the book Emotional Intelligence, the Daniel Goleman has said that if a student don't use numerical mind for longer, then it will paralyzed they grow up. Means the mathematics focuses the mental exercise or the brain exercise in a very large amount. And also some research claim that the studying mathematics is equally important for the development of memory power. And the studying mathematics makes the students more logical, which supports them to do the good in all subjects as well. It is said that if a student or if an individual is good in maths, it is found that he or she is good in other subjects too. This is the age of 21st century, and this is the age of information and the technology. The information and the technology is connected with mathematics, and the students or the individual, an individual who understand maths nicely can understand the IT and the or information technology very well, or the mathematical skills enable the students to critically observe and analyze the various data, so that mathematics students feel easy studying the technical subjects in higher studies. This is the foundation of education. So if the students are good in mathematics at grade 9 and 10, then the students will be good in their further study also, because all higher studies are the grade 9 and 10 are the foundations of the higher studies. Let me go to my next slide. My next slide is related with elements of curriculum. In the last years, according to the curriculum prescribed by CDC, there were 6 components. They were area, special objectives, general objectives, teaching learning activities, and evaluation systems, and estimated teaching hour. But in this new curriculum, the both objectives, general objectives and the special objectives are combined together, and the class-wise objective is mentioned in the curriculum. So at this time, according to the curriculum prescribed by CDC, we have the 6 elements of curriculum. They are subject area, class-wise objectives, description of subject matter, possible learning activities, possible evaluations, assessment process, and estimated teaching hours. Next, go to the next slide. Here, the level-wise competency of mathematics grade 9 and 10 are presented in this slide. We have the 10 expectations of the level-wise competency of grade 9 and 10. They all are related to topic or the units of the mathematics. We know there are the 7 units, and every unit has the level-wise competency. The level-wise competency is connected with every unit, and the last 2 competency here, number 9 and number 10, it is little bit different from traditional level-wise competency. And this is after the completion of this level, or when students completes grade 9 and 10, the expectation of our educational policy is student will be able to construct the materials and apply to solve the problems related with mathematics and other subjects. And students will able to connect the mathematics with other disciplines and other subjects. And these are the level-wise competency of mathematics. Now, going to the description of the subject matter, as I said earlier, the curriculum has 6 elements. Among them, today I am going to describe just the description of the subject matter, and then the new assessment system of the curriculum. And the description of the subject matter starts in this way. The first topic in grade 9 and 10, both grade has the topic named set. And in set, in the unit set in grade 9, we focus on operations on set. And then we will ready to establish the formula related to cardinality on sets on grade 9. But likewise, in grade 10, the word problems related with the cardinality of 2 sets and the word problems related with cardinality of 3 sets is in the subject matter of the unit set of grade 9 and 10. The total working hour of this unit is 12 working hours, and it includes one new elements also, which is not described here, and that is the project work related with set. And we will describe the project work at the end of this description of subject matter. And the next topic, or the unit 2, is arithmetic, comparing this topic with our existing old curriculum. Then we found that there are many changes in grade 10's contents. As you see in the chart here, The first topic of arithmetic starts from compound interests. And in compound interest, there is one subtopic is also added there, which is quarterly at most 1 year. And the interest, the calculation of the compound interest is categorized by three types. One is compound interest annually, at most or the maximum up to 3 years. If the time frame is semi-annual, then it is maximum 2 years. And if the time frame is quarterly, then the at most or the maximum number of time is 1 year, or number of year is 1 year. And growth and depreciations are connected. In a previous curriculum, growth and the depreciations are connected with just the population growth and the price depreciation. But in this curriculum, the growth and the depreciations are connected with other fields also, not only with the growth of population growth and the price depreciation. For example, the number of bacteria in a certain culture increases, that can be connected with the growth. Or another example, the interest of a money increases, or the price of a land increases, that can be connected with the growth. And likewise, the price of machine decreases, the price of the other things also may decrease, that can be connected with the depreciations. And the third topic is, as it was before, the same money and exchange rate. And now connecting with grade 9, there is it was changed last year. So I believe all of you know very well regarding grade 9. So my focus will be on grade 10. Now let me move on to another slide, that is the unit 3, which is mensuration. And it has also 28 working hours. Now, connecting with working hours, all the topics like arithmetic, mensuration, and geometry, all these 3 units have the same working hours. This is the main change of this new curriculum. In the previous curriculum, the working hours were the different. We know that the working hour of the mensurations were lower than the working hour of arithmetic, and which was lower than the working hour of geometry. So in this context, we can say that there is given equal opportunity for these 3 topics, or the equal importance for these 3 units. They are arithmetic, mensuration, and the next one is geometry. And in this new curriculum, the algebra has little bit more credit hour than other units. And okay, now connecting with the mensurations of grade 9 and 10, let me focus on grade 10. In grade 10, the area of the mensurations is little bit narrowed than the previous curriculum, because it has now just the surface area and volume of right pyramid. Here, the cone is also named by the circular base pyramid, and on the topic pyramid, it is included. Now, in the topic pyramid, we have 2 main subtopics. They are right circular cone and the square-based pyramid. And the next topic is surface area and volume of combined pyramid. Here, combined pyramid means just the combined pyramid of 2 objects, that is either circular-based pyramid or cylinder, or the square-based pyramid or cube or cuboid. cuboid means such a cuboid whose base must be square. And the third topic is cost estimation based on the properties of the solid objects and geometrical shapes. Here, the solid object and the geometrical shapes are connected with topic 3.1 and 3.2, or the previous topic. Next, move on to the topic algebra. This new curriculum has given more importance to the algebra with respect to working hours. As you see earlier, arithmetic, mensurations, and geometry has 28 working hours, but algebra has 32 working hours. Now, we can say that this is the greatest unit among all the units of grade 9 and 10. And in algebra, there is big changes in algebra too, because the topic related with the sequence and series, it was in optional mathematics content in the previous years, and from these years the topic sequence and series are included in the grade 10 algebra as a topic number 4.1. And likewise, here in the topic sequence and series, the arithmetic means, arithmetic series, means of geometric sequence, and the geometric sum of geometric series, means number of terms, means, and the sum of the series. We have to teach all these content in grade 10, and just the introduction to sequence and general term, and then the sigma notation, arithmetic, just the introduction of arithmetic and geometric sequence in grade 9. Next, my next slide is continuation of algebra. And in algebra, mainly exclude after sequence and series, grade 9 has 4 main topics and grade 10 has 3 main topics. With respect to the volume of the topic or the subject matters of the contents, we can say that 9 has little bit lengthier than grade 10, or more contents than grade 10, and grade 10 is here making grade 10 is being easier, and it is being simplifying. And in grade 10, the next topic is quadratic equation. All simultaneous equations are in grade 9, and all quadratic equations are in quadratic equation. We have to solve the quadratic equations by different methods, and we have to solve the old problems related to quadratic equations in grade 10. And one another continuation and the changes which was confused in the last years also, and here it has focused that in a simplification of algebraic fraction, the maximum number of fraction must be 3. Now, we don't have to teach the 4 fractions in grade 10, just up to fraction 3. Algebraic fractions, maximum 3 fractions. And then there is another big changes in indices and exponential equations. The simplification of all indices are in grade 9. Just the exponential equation is in grade 10. This is the big change of algebra. And let me move on to another slide, and which is geometry. As I said, it has also 28 working hours. And in grade 9, as you see in the description of the subject matters, the number of theorems to be proved theoretically that has been reduced in grade 9. As you see in the slides, there is no any theorems which has to be proved theoretically in grade 9 in the topic triangle and quadrilateral. But in grade 10, we have to teach the same theorem, the popular theorems, which were the so popular theorems of area-related theorems, that is the area of triangle and parallelograms, or the relation between parallelogram and parallelogram, parallelogram and triangle, parallelogram and triangle and triangle. All these theorems are continued in this curriculum also. And then the next part is in the quadrilateral section of grade 9, we have to prove the theoretical, we have to teach the theoretical proof of the parallelogram related theorems. Here and we have to solve the problems related with quadrilaterals or the parallelograms or the properties of parallelogram too. Let's continue to another slide, which is the last slide of the geometry. And in the construction also, the areas of the constructions are reduced and limited. And according to this syllabus, in grade 10, we have to teach just the 4 types of construction. One type is the area related to the parallelograms. And the next one is area related to triangles. We have to, one triangle will be given there, and we have to construct another triangle having equal area to the given triangle. Likewise, the relation from the given parallelogram, we have to construct the triangle having area to the given parallelogram. And connecting with the subject matter of grade 9, it has also narrowed down or limited the number of constructions. Just 2 types of constructions to be taught there. One is the construction related to scalene quadrilateral. Scalene quadrilateral means the word, it says clearly no need to construct square, rhombus, parallelograms, rectangles, these types of quadrilateral. Just we have to construct scalene quadrilateral. And then next one is the construction of trapezium. And another big change in the topic circle. In the previous curriculum, there was the topic tangent in circle, but this curriculum has removed the topic tangent from the topic circle, and we don't have to teach no more tangent at this time, from this time. And we have to teach just the circle, and in circle, 3 theoretical proofs should be taught. And one relation, we have to establish the one relation, and the concept of that relation should be explored to the students. Likewise, in grade 9, there are also 3 theoretical problems related to circle. One is the relation of the perpendicular drawn from center to the chord, bisect the chord. And next one is the equal chords are equidistant from the center of the circle. And the third one is the problems related to center and the chord of the circle. My next slide is related to statistics and probability. Here is also little bit changes in statistics and probability. And in a previous curriculum, these two units were the separated, but in this new curriculum, they are combined together, and whole subject matters are presented under the top unit, statistics and probability. And the big changes in this curriculum is class 9 is especially focused on the collection of data and presentation of data and the calculation of such individual series, discrete series of the data. And the class 10 is focused on just the calculation of mean, median, mode, quartile, and ranges of group data, not ungrouped. It means in this new curriculum I would like to connect from grade 8 to 10, all individual data should be taught in grade 8. All discrete data should be taught in grade 9, and all continuous data should be taught in grade 10. The similar subject matter, but the nature of data is different. Means in class 8, we have to focus on individual series or the individual data. For class 9, we have to focus on discrete data, and for grade 10, we have to focus on continuous data. And here, in the previous curriculum, there was, I believe, the OGIB and histograms, OGIBs. They are now in grade 9. In grade 10, just the calculation of statistics. And then the next topic here is probability. In the topic probability, there is no any big changes in probability, means all the contents are as usual, as it was before. Means there is one condition at the last topic, that is on the tree diagram of the probability, and the curriculum has given the boundary line for this topic, and where if there is 3 events, we have to go up to 2 stages. If there are 3 events, we have to go up to 3 stages. And I am confused what I said. Sorry, I want to repeat again. If there are 2 events, we can go maximum up to 3 stages. And if there are 3 events, then we don't have to go more than 2 steps or the 2 stages. Means the curriculum has limited the boundary of this tree diagram. And next, move on to, in this way, I have completed all the descriptions of the subject matters of the grade 9 and 10. And beside this curriculum has introduced the project-based teaching and learning. All the topics and all the units or the chapters are connected with project-based teaching and learning. The way to conduct project-based is, I believe, still in confusion with us. So I have collected here some of the points how to conduct the project-based teaching and learning. For that, according to the curriculums and the other resource materials, I studied, and I am in a conclusion that the teacher will make a group of 4 or 5 students. It may be vary. You can make 6 group of 6 students or 7 students. It means the project work, the main expectation of this curriculum is project work should be done in a group, not individually. The means group work is emphasized here, and teacher will guide the direct every group. Teacher will guide and give the direction to each group to conduct the project, and the students will present the project in the classroom in front of all the students, and there will be question answer session after the presentations, all students will have to participate. All students have to participate, and the presenter will be responsible to answer the raised questions from the classroom. And the teacher will evaluate project and create the portfolio of all students. Means from this point, we have to create the portfolio of all the students. Means the records of all the students should be saved with us. Means this is the new thing which is introduced in the curriculum. Let's explore how to conduct the project-based teaching and the learning. The project, this is my propose. This is not a universal truth. It may vary from teacher to teacher, from educator to educator. But my proposal here is we have to clarify the objectives of the projects, procedures or the methods. Both words seems similar. We have to identify the procedures or the methods of the projects, and we have to give the opportunity to present in students in the classroom, or the presentations of the project is very important. And we have to focus on the conclusion of the project work. It seems like a mini research. I believe this is a mini research. And the way of presenting a project in the classroom, I have shown in a picture by dividing the categories of the time. First of all, students will introduce the group, and then one student will describe the objective, another student will describe procedures, next one will describe the methods and the project, and the next one will describe and conclude the projects, and the last one will thank all the classmates or all the listeners. In this way, the social skills can be developed, or the social skills can be developed by doing project work teaching and learning. And the mathematics is, oh, sorry. Here I got one questions from the chat. I forgot the trigonometry. Okay, sorry. I will repeat later. I believe I skipped the slide of trigonometry. And if you don't mind, I want to go back. Okay, here. Sorry, I missed the trigonometry, but I know the contents of the trigonometry, and I want to share you the content of trigonometry. Is in the grade 10, the contents of trigonometry is limited. The area related problems is removed from grade 10. Just the height and distance should be taught in grade 10, and in grade 9, the trigonometrical ratios of the angles should be taught in grade 9. Just this. Sorry for missing the slides of trigonometry. And let me go to the assessment system. The new curriculum has designed the assessment systems in two ways. One is internal evaluations, and another one is external evaluation, or the standardized test. According to this assessment systems, as you see in the chart, 3 marks should be provided for the activities of the students or the classroom participation of the students, and next 6 marks should be provided for the score of the students obtained in their terminal examinations. And the next one is project work, which is 16 marks. It means we can say that the curriculum has given more emphasis for the project work. Look here, comparing with terminal exam and project works. project work is approximately 3 times bigger than the marks provided for the terminal examination. That's why. And the assessment system has defined that there will be just the 2 terminal examination, and 1 terminal exam will be of 3 marks, and another will be also 3 marks. And comparing with the project works, look here, 3 marks and 16 marks. Which is more important? And on which things the curriculums, or on which discipline, or on which part the curriculum has given more emphasis, we can generalize easily. The curriculum has focused on project works, and there are 7 units altogether in grade 9 and 10, and at least 1 project work must be done from each unit, and altogether, if one project work is performed from each unit, then we will have the 7 project works, and then one another project work can be done. It is the minimum boundary of the project work, but maximum you can do many more project works as well. And the next is the external exam, or the final exams, or the standardized test systems, which is based on 75 full marks. And the grade is shown here. I believe all of you know very well regarding this grade, but I want to explore some idea regarding this grade. This specification grade has the 4 cognitive domains. They are the knowledge, understanding, application, and higher ability. This is the main changes of evaluation system. Here, the word higher ability, or the cognitive domain, higher ability is word used here. We know that mainly there are 2 types of questions. One is constructive response, another one is selective response. The selective response type of questions can be asked from the cognitive domain, knowledge and understanding. And from the remaining understanding and application, as well as in higher ability type of cognitive domains, we have to ask the constructive response type of questions. And we can say that knowledge and understandings, they are the lower level thinking questions, and likewise applications and higher ability, they are the higher level thinking questions. And applications can be put in both place. It means it bridges from lower level to higher level. And in the previous curriculum, there was knowledge, understanding, skill, and problem solving. 4 types of cognitive domain were there, but here also 4 types, but the cognitive domain is different. And the final examinations will be conducted based on 75 full marks, but the time will be same as previous, that is 3 hours, which was given for 100 marks questions too. In 75 full marks, the marks are divided according to this chart. For knowledge, 12 marks. For understanding, 18 marks. For application, 30 marks. And higher ability, 15 marks. So, application type of questions, the curriculum has given more emphasis or more important for the application type of questions. And another new thing is the higher ability type of questions can be asked from very short questions also, means like 1 marks questions also. Here, this curriculum has not defined the short, very short, long, and very long like that. And most of the questions are 1 marks and 2 marks. And there are the, I believe in total, 49 questions in this model. And while preparing the questions paper, we have to focus on these 4 factors. One is context should be provided for each questions. From this year, the context-related questions will be asked. And maximum 2 marks can be shifted from one domain to another domain. Means, while setting a question paper, if you make knowledge type questions 2 marks more than the understanding type questions, that is considered by this grid. And application and higher ability questions can be linked with other area. Means mathematics should be connected with other field also. And teaching hours and the weightage of the questions should be in proportion. Means the top, we have to, while setting a questions, or the weightage of our questions should be focused on the teaching hours of the units. And in this way, here I'm going to conclude my presentations. And in a nutshell, I want to say that the body of the knowledge which is to be transferred, it includes the way of transfer, method of transfer, and the check and balance of the transfer. That is known as the curriculum. The credit hour of mathematics grade 9 and 10, each is 5 credit hours, where 1 credit hour is 32 teaching hours, equivalent to 32 teaching hours. And studying mathematics make students more logical and support them to do good in other subject. And area-wise, the class area class-wise objective descriptions of the subject matters, activities, and the evaluations are the main elements of the current curriculum prescribed by CDC, or this new curriculum of grade 9 and 10. There are 10 level-wise competency of mathematics, grade 9 and 10. The contents of 9 seems more wider than the contents of grade 10. But the teaching hours for both grades are the same. For the respective units are also the same. And then integration of the project work is another beautiful things in this curriculum. And in the contents brought the positive changes in mathematics. This is the good news for all of us, so that our students and we will be able to connect mathematics with real world. And the test paper for the examination should be made in a context oriented, means contextual. First of all, we will provide the context, and many sub questions based on such context should be asked in the examinations. In this way, I would like to conclude my presentations. And these are the references what I used. And thank you so much. Thank you again for listening to me and watching my slides. Wish you all an awesome time always. Thank you again. Thank you.
Okay. So, well, thank you so much, Dairam Simkhara sir, for your wonderful presentation, quite informative and so useful in the sense that, the curriculum changes and the implementation is very, very important. So actually we implemented this new curriculum in grade 9 this year, and the new curriculum is going to be implemented from the year 2080, I think. So so you presented the various components of curriculum, ranging from content, context, questions, nature of questions, and similarly assessment process, and several things. So thank you so much again. So here we have few questions. They're very important. I guess. So let's go one by one. The very first question from okay. Mm, okay. So from Krishna Dalakote, do you think changing objective or of world curriculum to competency in new curriculum will change the achievement score of students? So that is first question. Do you think that the nominal words or the topic was the main barrier of low achievement of students? So what do you think, regarding this question? There, sir.
Uh, I believe there are no any totally new topic introduced in this curriculum. All the subject matter or the contents are as the usual contents. No any new. Means the teachers are experienced on those contents. Means they can deliver the good knowledge or the better understanding to these contents. Just the way of presentations is has been changing in this curriculum, and the curriculum has given more emphasis to connect the mathematics with the real world. So my understanding is students will uh, get the better achievements from this curriculum, new curriculums, and there will be good scenario in futures. Thank you.
Yeah, certainly, sir. The platform, the space, given to this 25 marks, internal assessment, or let's say, continuous assessment system is important for students to actually, help them develop their soft skills and other, transversal skills. So here is another question from Ishwar Gimere, sir. Wonderful presentation there, sir. My query is, how have you observed the recently revised CDC curriculum? Does it address lacking competency in the scenario you're considering it a challenging subject from the perspective of learners?
My understanding is this curriculum is more practical, more practicals, and some contents are also limited, so that we will have the time to uh, conduct the project work and other activities related to that content. And this so I fully appreciate this curriculum. I like this curriculum, and I have seen all the beautiful parts of this curriculum. I haven't seen any any bad part of, or the dark part of these curriculums, and all components are the brighter and the brighter.
Yeah. So here Krishna Dalakotisher has asked another question, but since the skills in algebra, the algebraic thinking is important in all the other areas of mathematics. I think in arithmetic you use algebra, in geometry you use algebra, trigonometry, and other parts of mathematics content. So I think so giving a more the working hours to algebra is important, I think. So what do you think, Daya sir? What
Yeah,
is your opinion?
absolutely. 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 I'm working, I'm with you, and I'm with you because the content matter is also comparing with other units. Other units has limited the content matter, but the algebra has added the sequence and series from optional math to compulsory mathematics. That is one chapter is added there. And another thing is the application of algebra is the great thing. um, as I know, in Europe and in America, whole school level course are kept inside the algebra. Means what we are teaching, like mensuration, statistics, arithmetic, algebra, set, and these all contents are included there in algebra, pre-algebra. Yeah, in their course pre-algebra we can see all the topics. So I believe this is the alignment with the European or American trend also.
Okay. So well, so there are a few other questions as well. So I think Krishna Dalakote sir, has asked other questions as well. So Krishna sir, I request you to, communicate with Daya sir regarding your other questions. And here Deepesh Shrestha sir said that he has three questions. May I ask? So sir, you have to be very quick in asking questions. We don't have much time. Dipesh sir, if you want to ask.
Thank you, sir. So I remember म चाहिँ नेपालमै पहिला हुँदाखेरि पनि about 2006-07 तिर चाहिँ I started using your book. So I just want to know your opinion हैन जस्तो अब हामीले चाहिँ since म हाई स्कुलमा हुँदादेखि नै पनि ओभरअल कन्टेन्ट जुन छ म्याथको चाहिँ मोर लेस सेम छ. सो वी टक अबाउट सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्ट, वी टक अबाउट कम्पाउन्ड इन्ट्रेस्ट एन्ड अल हैन. अहिले चाहिँ मेरो आफ्नो एक्सपिरियन्सले गर्दाखेरि पनि what I can see is जस्तो हामीले यो सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्टलाई चाहिँ अर्थमेटिक सिक्वेन्स युज गरेर लिनियर इक्वेसन युज गरेर त्यसलाई चाहिँ त्यसको ग्राफिङहरू गरेर जस्तो एउटा चाहिँ म्याथमा चाहिँ के पनि गरिरहेको छ भने सर यो अमेरिकन सिस्टम भनौँ अथवा चाहिँ आई थिङ्क लाइक इट इज इन प्र्याक्टिस एभ्रिवेयर होइन. जस्तो अब टेबल, ग्राफ अनि त्यसपछि डिस्क्रिप्सन, इक्वेसन चारवटाको चाहिँ कनेक्सन गर्ने गरेको छ. सो वान अफ द च्यालेन्जिङ पार्ट हामीले नेपालमा पढाउँदाखेरि पनि वाट एक्सपिरियन्सलाई कम्पाउन्डर्सलाई पढाउन एकदम च्यालेन्ज पाइरहेको हुन्छ होइन. सो हाउ डु यु सी त्यसलाई चाहिँ इन्टिग्रेट गरेर हामीले इन्स्टेड अफ टिचिङ द्याट सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्ट छुट्टै छुट्टै नगरेर त्यसलाई कम्बाइन गर्न सकिने सरलाई चाहिँ कस्तो लाग्छ त्यो गर्दाखेरि?
यो सरको चाहिँ इन्ट्राडिसिप्लिनरीको कुरा आयो होइन. अब त्यो हुनु धेरै राम्रो हो. एउटा टपिक अर्को टपिकसँग कनेक्सन गराएर गर्दाखेरि बेटर हुन्छ. आई बिलिभ दिस इज द गुड आइडिया, बट we have to follow the curriculum, and curriculum has not introduced this thing. I hope in future we have to go in your way. That is the great idea. Thank you, sir. Thank you. I learned many things from your questions.
Sorry to interrupt, sir. मलाई चाहिँ लागेको कुरा चाहिँ कस्तो भने जस्तो one of the things जस्तो हामीले अब we teach हैन सिम्पल इन्ट्रेस्ट कम्पोनेन्ट्स बच्चाहरूलाई पढाउँदाखेरि पनि there is an advantage कम्पोनेन्ट्स गर्दाखेरि एउटा एडभान्टेज अब त्यसको इन्ट्रेस्टको कुराहरू पढाउँछ नि. सो आई थिङ्क मेरो आफ्नो एक्सपिरियन्समा पनि त्यो चाहिँ वान अफ द च्यालेन्जिङ कन्सेप्ट नै छ कि बच्चाहरूलाई पढाउनको लागि. सो वी हेभ बिन टकिङ अबाउट भिजुअल लर्निङ. अघि एकजना सरले पनि अल्जेब्राको चाहिँ एब्स्ट्र्याक्ट नलेजलाई कसरी सिकाउने भन्ने कुराहरू ल्याउनु भएको थियो होइन. सो इफ यु क्यान मेक द्याट सर्ट अफ कनेक्सन होइन. अब करिकुलम भनेको चाहिँ आई थिङ्क मोरलेस वी आर द वान होइन, हामीले नै डेभलप पनि गरिरहेको छ. हुन त सिडिसीमा डाइरेक्टली हात नहोला, तर पनि हामीले त्यो किन सोच्नु नसिकिरहेको छ? वाइ डोन्ट यु ब्रिङ द्याट चेन्जेस होइन? किनभने त्यो ल्याउन साथ आई थिङ्क टिचिङ पनि अलिकति सजिलो हुन्छ कि जस्तो चाहिँ मलाई लागेको छ.
Thank you, sir, for your questions. I think CDC will be responsible to address your questions, answer up your questions, and definitely I will do my best to do so. Thank you.
यसमा चाहिँ मैले अर्को कुरा जस्तो बिकज अहिले नेपालको प्र्याक्टिसमा हेरिराख्दाखेरि द रिसर्च मटेरियल यु हेभ बिन डेभलपिङ, दया सरले डेभलप गरिरहनु भएको कुराहरू अल ओभर नेपालमा छ नि त. आई थिङ्क यु क्यान स्टार्ट लाइक कम्बाइनिङ सम प्रोजेक्ट्स होइन, अलिकति प्र्याक्टिकल टास्कहरू चाहिँ रिसर्च मटेरियलमा राखिदियो भने अब सिडिसीले त एउटा पार्टबाट सोच्ने होला. त्यहाँ अब स्ट्रक्चरको कुरा छ, त्यहाँ विभिन्न कुराहरू छ, पोलिटिकल कुराहरू छ, इकोनोमिक्सको कुराहरू छ होइन, दुनियाँ छन्. तर आई थिङ्क टेक्स्ट बुक राइटर्सहरूले पनि त्यो कुरालाई चाहिँ अहिले दिपेश सरले भनिरहेको कुरामा चाहिँ आई रियली अग्री है सर.
Thank you. Yes, I think the Dipesh Shrestha sir, what he has said, I have also incorporated some of the parts in my newly revised textbook. For example, in grade 5, 8, and 10, these three textbooks were revised, are going to be revised this year, and I have already published 2 of them. And in those textbooks, I have incorporated the digital connection to the related topic in the related unit or related topic. This is the one part, and another part is project-based learning is introduced in every unit, and every unit ends with the project work. Every unit starts with the learning objectives and ends with the project works. And my presentations of topics are in this way, and every topics, chapters, units, they are connected with digital digital connection. Thank you, sir.
Okay, thank you so much, sir.
From
Sachin
1
sir,
to 10,
Sachin sir, so
which is
Sachin sir,
published from Read More publication. Sorry.
yeah, thank you so much, Daya sir. So Sachin sir, you raised your hand. Any questions? So yeah, so be very quick.
सर मलाई एउटा क्वेसन चाहिँ सोध्न मन लाग्यो कि सर राइटर पनि हुनुहुन्छ होइन अनि यही करिकुलमकैसँग रिलेटेड कुराहरू आउँदाखेरि चाहिँ मलाई के सोध्न मन लाग्यो भनेदेखि करिकुलमले जति प्रेसक्राइब गरेको छ जति कुरा पढाउनु भनेर दिएको छ त्योभन्दा बेसी बुक राइटरहरूले लेखेर चाहिँ पठाउने जसले गर्दा हामीहरूले कोर्स पनि नसकिने अवस्था पनि हुन्छ होइन म्याथमेटिक्समा त्यस्तो सामना गर्नुपर्ने अवस्था हुन्छ त्यसमा चाहिँ कोर्स यो बुक राइटरहरूले चाहिँ बुक मोटो बनाइदिँदाखेरि त्यहाँ के फरक पर्ने अथवा मोटो बुक बेच्नलाई हो कि त्यो मोटो चाहिँ पठाउँदाखेरि विद्यार्थीले धेरै जान्दछ भनेर बुक राइटरहरूको कन्सेप्ट चाहिँ त्यस्तो भएको हो कि होइन किन मोटो बुकहरू आउँछ र त्यसपछि जस्तो मैले देखेको चाहिँ नेपाल सरकारले पब्लिस गर्ने बुक उसले आफ्नो करिकुलम बेस भएर बनाउने बुक र प्राइभेट स्कुल्सहरूमा चल्ने बुकमा चाहिँ आकाश पतालको डिफ्रेन्स हुन्छ जति करिकुलमले पढा भन्ने हुन्छ त्योभन्दा बेसी चाहिँ त्यहाँ राख्दा हुन्छ अथवा त्योभन्दा बेसी चाहिँ दिन खोज्या हुन्छ त्यसलाई चाहिँ हजुरले कसरी लिनु भएको छ होइन एउटा मेरो फर्स्ट क्वेसन र सर अर्को सेकेन्ड क्वेसन पनि मलाई राख्नु मन थियो मे आई सर
प्लिज गो अहेड
हुन्छ सर भन्नुहोस् न सर
हजुर हजुर सरले फर्स्टमा मलाई त्यही नै दिनुभयो मैले अहिले टाइमको कन्सिडरेसन
गरेर थ्याङ्क यू सर थ्याङ्क यू सर फर द वन्डरफुल क्वेसन्स अब मलाई चाहिँ के लाग्छ भन्नु होला भने अब जस्तो एज अ राइटर म पनि एउटा लेखक भएको नाताले मैले चाहिँ कसरी प्रिपेयर गर्छु मेरो कुरा चाहिँ मैले हजुरलाई भन्न सक्ने भएँ र अब सबै प्राइभेट पब्लिकेसनको कुरा चाहिँ मैले भन्न नसक्ने भएँ होइन मेरो कुरा चाहिँ पर्सनल्ली भन्नुपर्दा चाहिँ हाम्रा बुकहरू जस्तो अहिले न्युली रिभाइज छ जस्तो रिड मोरबाट छ ग्रेड 1 to 10 छ सबै स्ट्रिक्टली बेस्ड वान करिकुलम छ र कुनै पनि करिकुलम भन्दा बाहिरका विषयवस्तुहरू राखिएका छैनन् थ्याङ्क यू सर
सर क्यान आई आस्क सेकेन्ड क्वेसन सर सेकेन्ड क्वेसनमा चाहिँ मलाई के लागेको भने जस्तो हजुरले यो क्वेसन प्याटर्न एसेसमेन्ट सिस्टममा चाहिँ जस्तो एक्सटर्नलमा जुन हाम्रो क्वेसन प्याटर्न छ नि क्लास 9 र 10 को अहिलेको पछाडिको क्वेसन प्याटर्नहरूमा चाहिँ 1 मार्क्सको अथवा त्यो 2 मार्क्सको मात्र क्वेसन छ जुन लङ पहिलेको 4 मार्क्सको 5 मार्क्सको जुन लङ क्वेसन सल्भिङ टाइपको अथवा सल्भिङ स्किल्सहरू चाहिँ त्यहाँनिर डेभलप गर्ने टाइपको क्वेसन्सहरू हटाएको छ यसले चाहिँ त्यो करिकुलमको जुन अवधारणा छ त्यसलाई मिट गर्न सक्छ त सर त्यो 1 मार्क्स 2 मार्क्सको क्वेसन सिकाएर चाहिँ हरेक किसिमको स्किल्सहरू चाहिँ डेभलप हुन्छ होला त विद्यार्थीमा कस्तो लाग्छ सर
सरले एकदमै इम्पोर्टेन्ट क्वेसन सोध्नुभयो तर त्यो क्वेसन्स हेर्दा 1 मार्क्स 2 मार्क्स देखे पनि त्यो कन्टेक्स्टसँग रिलेटेड भएको हुनाले त्यो एउटै पहिलेको जस्तो जुन लामो क्वेसन्सलाई नै ब्रेक गरेर पार्टमा सोधिएको अवस्था हो त्यो त्यसलाई कन्टेक्स्टमा जोडेर त्यसलाई ब्रेक गरेर पार्टमा सोधिएको अवस्था हो त्यसकारण यसले कभर गर्छ भन्ने मलाई लाग्छ किनकि फेरि यसमा चाहिँ सबै भेराइटिजका क्वेसन्सहरू सोध्नु पर्ने प्रावधान छ जस्तो नलेज अन्डरस्ट्यान्डिङ स्किल र हायर एबिलिटी भनेपछि अब नलेजदेखि हायर एबिलिटीमा जाँदै गर्दाखेरि चाहिँ त्यो करिकुलमको एक्सपेक्टेसन चाहिँ त्यसले फुलफिल गर्छ भन्ने मेरो बुझाइ हो हस् थ्याङ्क यू हजुर
Well, so finally, Dr. Kristoraj Bhandari, sir.
सर नमस्कार
नमस्कार
अर्गनाइजरको लागि पनि धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद मलाई एउटा यो अझै राम्रो प्रेजेन्टेसनको अगाडि यो क्वेसन राख्न मिल्ने हो कि होइन तर पनि अब खुल्दुली आयो सुन्न मन लाग्यो द आउटपुट द रिजल्ट अफ द टेक्स्ट बुक होइन त्यो टेक्स्ट बुक आउनुको पछाडि त्यसको प्रोसेस इम्पोर्टेन्ट हुन्छ कसरी टेक्स्ट बुक लेखिन्छ भन्नेमा मलाई क्युरियोसिटी भयो क्या सर जस्तै हजुरलाई करिकुलम डेभलपमेन्ट सेन्टरले कसरी अप्रोच गर्छ अनि तपाईँहरूले त्यसलाई कसरी अडिट प्रोसेसमा लानुहुन्छ र फाइनल्ली त्यो चाहिँ एप्रुभल हुन्छ भन्ने एकचोटि बताइदिनुहुन्छ कि
यो चाहिँ मेरो बुझाइ चाहिँ करिकुलम डेभलपमेन्ट सेन्टरले आफ्नै टेक्स्ट बुक डेभलप गर्छ उहाँहरूको टेक्स्ट बुक डेभलप गर्ने 2वटा विधि छ मैले बुझेअनुसार किनकि म विगतमा काम पनि गरेको हिसाबले एउटा विधि भनेको उहाँहरूले त्यहाँ भित्रैबाट एउटा वर्किङ टिम लेखन कार्यदल भनेर बनाउनुहुन्छ त्यो लेखन कार्यदलबाट बुकको फाइनल हुन्छ। अर्को विधि भनेको उहाँहरूले चाहिँ पब्लिकली त्यो चाहिँ एक किसिमको टेन्डर आह्वान गरे जस्तो नमुना पाठहरू सहित माग गरिएको हुन्छ, जुन चाहिँ गोरखापत्रमा प्रकाशित हुन्छ, सर्टेन टाइम दिएको हुन्छ। नमुना पाठहरू 2वटा 3वटा लेखेर बुझाएपछि उत्कृष्टलाई छनौट गरेर अनि त्यस पछाडि उहाँहरूको विषयगत समितिहरू हुन्छ, अनि त्यसपछि विज्ञहरूको समूह हुन्छ, अनि विभिन्न कार्यशालाहरू हुन्छ, अनि यसमा रिफाइन हुँदै हुँदै गएर फाइनल गरिएको हुन्छ। अब हाम्रो निजी क्षेत्रको सवालमा चाहिँ के छ भने हामी निजी पब्लिकेसनहरूले पब्लिकेसनको काम भयो के अरे राइटर छान्ने। राइटर छानिसकेपछि हामीले लेख्छौँ। हाम्रो लेख्ने मेन आधार भनेको सिडिसीको करिकुलम हो। करिकुलमलाई बेस मानेर हामीले लेख्छौँ। अब हाम्रा लेख्ने क्रममा अरू रिसोर्स मेटेरियल्सहरू भनेको हामीले विदेशका प्रकाशित भएका पुस्तकहरू, नेपालकै पनि विभिन्न चाहिँ मेटेरियलहरू, आफ्नो एक्सपिरियन्सहरू, सबै कुराहरू कनेक्सन गरेर हामीले तयार गर्छौँ। तयार गरिसकेपछि सिडिसीमा पेस गर्नुपर्ने हुन्छ। पेस गरिसकेपछि उहाँहरूले त्यहाँ अध्ययन गरेर हामीलाई एकपटक सुझावसहित चाहिँ यो सच्याएर ल्याउनुहोस् भनेर पठाउनुहुन्छ, अथवा सबै कुरा फिट एन्ड फाइन छ भने एप्रुभल पनि दिनुहुन्छ, र केही कमी कमजोरी देखियो भने यो पार्ट चाहिँ तपाईँहरूले अपडेट गरेर ल्याउनुहोस् भनेर भन्नुहुन्छ। अनि त्यसपछि फेरि हामीले लगेर पुनः पेस गर्छौँ। पेस गरिसके पछाडि अनि त्यसपछि उहाँहरूले एप्रुभल दिने प्रक्रिया हुन्छ। यो चाहिँ पहिले चाहिँ यति धेरै गर्नु पर्थेन, अहिले चाहिँ अलि टफ छ प्रक्रिया। किन भन्नु होला भने वैशाखमा निकाल्ने किताबलाई हामीले मङ्सिरमा पेस भन्दा अगाडि, कार्तिक मङ्सिर भन्दा अगाडि नै पेस गर्नुपर्छ। अनि त्यसपछि त्यो विभिन्न चरणमा उहाँहरूले फिडब्याक दिने क्रम चलिरहन्छ र अनि हामीले त्यही अनुसार इम्प्लिमेन्ट गरेर सबमिट गर्ने काम हाम्रो अघि बढ्छ र अनि अन्तिममा एप्रुभल लेटर दिनुहुन्छ फागुनतिर।
That's okay. Thank you so much, Daya sir. Okay, thank you so
Welcome,
much,
sir.
Daya sir, for answering all the questions. So due to time constraint, I'm not able to take all the questions. So I'm sorry. So with this, we'd like to actually end today's session. अब यो करिकुलम डेभलपमेन्ट प्रोसेस भने चाहिँ कन्टिन्युअस प्रोसेस होइन, तर पहिलाको भन्दा जुन कन्भेन्सनल स्टेजमा हाम्रो करिकुलम थियो अहिले धेरै चेन्जेस भएर आएको छ। सो होपफुली अबको दिनहरूमा पनि त्यो अलि होइन राम्रोसँग चेन्ज भएर आउँछ होला। So thank you so much all the participants for your active participation in this webinar, and for your questions, valuable questions and other things. And similarly, so I'm very thankful to our both the speakers, Menaka Depkota and Ram Simkhada, for your wonderful presentation. Very informative, very important presentations for today. So with this, we'll end today's session. Yeah, thank you so much. So we'll continue this discussion and session, every Friday. So you can join. So we'll send the link as well. Yeah, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you all.